Hello, everybody. My name is Serena Flores, and this will be my presentation on the French culture. I had come to the conclusion that I must really be French, and only one had ever informed me of this fact. I love the people, the food, the lay of the land, the civilized atmosphere, and the generous pace of life. As a hub of sorts, including fashion, cuisine, art, and architecture, Paris is what many people think of when it comes to French culture. Yet that is a rookie mistake because life outside of the city of lights is a very different and varies by region. Today, the world is fast becoming a global village with many countries enjoying a multicultural environment. Understanding different cultures is not only a critical, but it is also promotes an ample coexistence. As we learn about diverse cultures, worth noting is that all of us are individuals, rather than generalizing, treat others as an individual. Doing so will go a long way in creating a better environment where we can all thrive. In this presentation, we shall discuss culture and determine why understanding diverse groups is critical. As I have never visited France, but will be joining them next summer, and have been continuously exploring their world and cultures, I will explain different parts of their French culture. So our first part, we will talk about their French language. As you step foot on the cobblestone streets, the symphony of French culture begins, and at its heart lies the French language. If you listen closely, you'll hear a delightful fusion of dialects and languages from every other corner of the world, not only including German, Flemish, Arabic, Italian, Chinese, and Vietnamese. They all add vibrant hues to the cultural canvas while celebrating the nation's diversity and openness to the world. Nevertheless, when you go, it doesn't hurt to know some basic French phrases, as locals often appreciate the efforts. We best understand that the language has slowly advanced over nearly a millennia ago. Interpreters agree that there has been a few considerable turning factors along the way. Spoken French commenced to deviate appreciably from different Romance languages, first with the advent of Frankish settlers who introduced with some new vowel sounds. Later, all through the Old French duration, French is thought to have evolved its features hum of sure vowels. Interpreters additionally estimate that the Middle French duration changed into wild French complex phrases misplaced the stress. Our second topic will be their French cuisine. We all know how enchanting their language is, but what about their cuisine? France is a foodie capital for a reason. To be enchanted by the culinary ballet that unfolds in France, for this is the land where food becomes art and dining is a celebration of life. French culture embraces cuisine with a passion, while elevating every meal to a symphony of flavors and textures that dance upon the taste buds. Some of the inspiration for French cuisine can be traced back to medieval times. Back then, nobility dined on multi-course meals composed of wild games, meat, fruit, and grains, while peasants ate diets high in vegetables and legumes. Expensive salt and imported spices were widely used in the kitchen of the elite and were considered a status symbol. French not only believed the presentation of the food was also critical, but the richer and more beautiful the display, the better. Cooks would not only utilize consumable items, including egg yolk, saffron, spinach, and sunflower sad color, but one of the most unrestrained dinners of this time was a peacock or roast swan, which was sewn back into its skin and quills to look intact. The feet and the nose were planted with gold to finish the exhibition. On to our last subject will be their fashion. While French food can be so captivating, let's explore their gorgeous fashion sense. As a fashion capital, Paris is home to the numerous high-end fashion houses, including Chanel, Christian Dior, Hermes, and Louis Vuitton. Behold the beauty that graces the boulevards of Paris, where in the arena of favor will become a symphony of style. France's way of life boasts a legacy of haute couture, with Paris reigning because it is unequaled style capital of the globe. A man from England called Charles Frederick Worth is more or less accepted into popular society as a man who totally dominated the industry. He was the first to be considered a designer and not just a dressmaker, but he invented the fashion show and the fashion label as a status symbol. He earned the final say on whatever their customers were going to wear, regardless of their opinion, and he also came up with the idea to sketch the design before producing an example. In conclusion, today I explained various parts of French culture. We also discussed the language, cuisine, and fashion in France. Remember, as you venture through the heart of France and experience the culture, prepare to be in awe by the timeless beauty of all their aspects.